Hey guys, Kiki here. We are back with episode 3 of The Breakfast Club. The group starts to open up to one another. Secrets are revealed and relationships are formed. Detention is coming to an end, but the story of The Breakfast Club is just getting started. I am so excited about the fact that we are going to go on after detention. But so I'm thinking for this chapter, for the gem choices, I'm going to try and just do gem choices that focus on Bender, since it seems like each person has their gem choices, which will affect your storyline with them. And we'll see what happens if we just focus on Bender. Allison waves a piece of paper over her head. What is that? Oh, I don't hear the music. Let me turn it up for myself. I like to hear the music. All right, what is that? It's Bailey's transfer letter. That's mine. Give it back. You try to grab the letter, but Allison holds it out of reach. Seriously, Allison, it's not funny. Scream at Allison. Appeal to Allison. A joke with Allison. Let's appeal. With genuine emotion, you appeal to Allison's best nature. Allison, please, don't. I would never do that to you. Allison seems to have a change of heart. She extends the letter to you. Less talking, more reading. Knew it! Bender walks up and snatches the letter out of Allison's hands. He quickly scans it over. Ah, what? Well, according to this, our friend Bailey didn't come to Shermer by choice. She got expelled from her last school. Whoa, even Bender hasn't been expelled yet. Bender starts to read the letter aloud. Bailey was expelled from Dewey High on the grounds of... Bender, look out. You pretend to point to something behind Bender. He instinctively turns around. While he's distracted, you snatch the letter out of his hand. Can't believe you just fell for that. Well, at least the rumors were mostly true. Good to know you're not just a poser. Mostly? What do you mean, mostly? Well, I also heard you were a bitch, but I'd say you're more of an asshole. Thanks. What's the difference? There's a fine but definite distinction. Which would be what? Listen, dweeb. I don't have time to get into the subtleties of derogatory diction with you right now. We've got bigger fish to fry. So what's the story, Bailey? Spill it. If I screw up here, my next stop is military school. Holy shit. Are you serious? That sucks. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Yes?
No.
I'm not allowed to.
When I said serious, Siri thought I was talking to her. That sucks. It's better than prison. You've never been to prison. Wanna bet? Well, whatever it's like, I don't want to go. So I can't get kicked out of Shermer. I know why you got kicked out of your last school. Give it a rest, Allison. She'll tell us if she feels like it. Why are you so freaking weird? To conform is to die a slow death. So you're weird because you think not being weird is a slow death? You really want to know why I'm so weird? I think it might shed some light. Seriously, Allison, what's going on? Are you okay? Allison jerks her head away instinctively as her eyes fill with tears. Allison? Whoa, this got heavy. Well, if you really want to know why I'm so weird, then empty my bag onto the table. Oh, gosh, we just said... We just said that we weren't going to do any choices unless it was Bender. And now I want to know what's in her bag. Okay. Let's stick to what I said, at least for this chapter. In unison, all of you say no. Allison looks hurt. Out of spite, she tries to dump out her bag anyway, but you stop her. I think that's a can of worms. It's a bag. Okay, fine. It sounds like a bag of worms. Either way, I think I'm gonna pass. You scared? Frankly, yes. A little. You're lost. There's some weird shit in there. I have no doubt. We probably missed out on a lot. Everyone is seated on the floor in a circle. What would you do for $1 million? What would I do for $1 million? I guess as little as I had to. That's boring. Well, how am I supposed to answer? The idea is to search your mind for the absolute limit. Claire turns to you. Would you drive to school naked? Would I have to get out of the car? Claire rolls her eyes. Of course. In the spring or winter? It doesn't matter. Spring? In front of the school or in the back of the school? Either one. Maybe. Boring. I do that. I'll do anything sexual. I don't need $1 million to do it either. Okay. Allison is a cry for help. Claire rolls her eyes. You're lying. I've done just about everything there is, except a few things that are illegal. I'm a nymphomaniac. Lie. Are your parents aware of this? The only person I told is my shrink. What did they do when you told them? This is from the movie. Allison can't help but grin. He nailed me. Ew, he's an adult. He's married too. Are you crazy? Obviously she's crazy if she's screwing her shrink. Allison turns to you. Have you ever done it? I don't have a psychiatrist. I mean, have you ever done it with anyone? It's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? What do you mean? Well, if you say you haven't, you're a prude. If you say you have, you're a slut. Or are you a tease? I'm not gonna answer. Sorry, I'm not gonna discuss my private life with total strangers. Lame. That's not lame. Allison turns to Claire. What about you? What about you? Doesn't it bother you to sleep around without being in love? I mean, don't you want any respect? I don't screw to get respect. That's the difference between you and me. Face it, Claire. You're a tease. I'm not a tease. Sure you are. You said it yourself. Sex is a weapon. You use it to get respect. No, I never said that. She twisted my words around. Oh, then what do you use it for? Claire screams in frustration. I don't use it, period. I've never done it, okay? Everyone exchanges a silent look. I never did it either. I'm not a nymphomaniac. I'm a compulsive liar. She can't help but grin again. You were such a bitch. You did that just to screw me over. You're just pissed off she got you to admit something you didn't want to. I haven't done anything either. Tease Brian? We're gonna encourage Brian. That's cool, Brian. Nothing wrong with being a virgin. Don't get me wrong. I totally want to do stuff. I just haven't exactly had a ton of opportunities. Just give it time. It'll happen. Yeah, I'm sure there's some nerdette out there just waiting to tickle your fancy. Andrew gives a shy look around the group. Do you guys know what I did to get in here? I taped Larry Lester's buns together. Claire laughs. That was you? You know how hairy he is, right? Well, when they pulled the tape off, most of his hair came off. And some skin, too. Oh my God. Andrew shakes his head at the memory. Why did you do it? That's the bizarre thing. I did it for my old man. I tortured this poor kid because I wanted him to think I was cool. What did your friends think? They just laughed and cheered me on. Have you spoken to Larry? Since you did it? No, all I can think about is how Larry had to go home and explain what happened to his father. The humiliation he must have felt. I mean, how do you apologize for something like that? Andrew is getting really emotional. I wailed on this weak kid because my father hates weakness. Oh God, I hate him. Andrew mimics his father. Andrew, you gotta be number one. I won't tolerate any losers in this family. Sometimes I wish my knee would give and I couldn't wrestle anymore. And he could forget all about me. Bender claps his hand on Andrew's shoulder. I think your old man and my old man should get together and go bowling. Ask Claire, ask Bender, ask Allison, ask Brian. I know what everybody did. Let's ask Bender. Do I even want to ask what Bender did to get detention? Which one? Good point. Gotta be specific in your case. You know that fire alarm we had on Friday? That was you? Thought I'd try to start the weekend a little early. Didn't think those freshman dweebs who saw me were gonna narc. Maybe next time I'll just have to start a real fire. Yeah, I think that's a lesson to be learned here. Ask Brian. So what's your story, Brian? How the heck did you end up in detention? Everyone turns to look at Brian. Because I'm stupid? Because I'm failing shop? We had this assignment to make the ceramic elephant lamp. When you pulled the trunk, the light was supposed to go on, but my light didn't go on. I thought shop would be... Oops. Sorry, guys. I thought an easy A, but I got an F. Why'd you think it'd be easy? Have you seen some of the dopes that take shop? I take shop. I still don't get how you got detention. Brian hides his head in his arm to mask his emotion. I got detention because Mr. Ryan found a gun in my locker. Were you gonna hurt yourself? Why'd you have a gun in your locker? Were you gonna hurt yourself? Brian thinks about it. He's silent for a long time, and then his hands shake as he wipes tears from his eyes. I tried. You pull the freaking trunk, and the light's supposed to go on, and it didn't. What's the gun for, Brian? I can't have an F. I can't have it, and I know my parents can't have it. Even if I ace the rest of the semester, I'm still only a B. Everything's ruined. Oh, Brian. Brian bashes his arm against a chair. So I consider my options, you know. No, killing yourself is not an option. Well, I didn't do it, did I? It was a handgun? No, it was a flare gun. It went off in my locker. Andrew starts to laugh. It's not funny. Yes, it is. The fucking elephant was destroyed. The rest of them laugh, including Brian. Ask Claire. What about you, Claire? Why are you here? I ditched class to go shopping. That's it? I shouldn't even be here. That's right, the rules don't apply to Queenie. Shut up. Allison. So Allison, what did you do to get in here? Nothing. I didn't have anything better to do. Everyone laughs. You're laughing at me? No, we're not. But you can't control your laughter, and then Allison starts to laugh too. So Bailey, I gotta know what happened at your last school. Okay, I guess it's time to come clean. The truth is, I got kicked out because of... Oh, we get to pick? Drugs? Oh my gosh, that's so heavy. Vandalism is kind of light. Cheating? Let's go with vandalism, because drugs, like, whoa, and cheating, like morals. Okay, vandalism. I spray painted something on a school wall. What was it? A smiley face. You got kicked out for a smiley face. Well, it had the principal's name underneath. Yeah. And a dick coming out of his mouth. Oh, well, that'll do it. But she totally deserved it. What'd she do? She took away our off-campus privileges just to be a bitch. So, that's what happened, and now this is my last chance. If I screw up here, it's off to Calvin Military Academy. Until you just said it, it had never really sunk in before. Maybe because for the first time in a long time, you actually care. Oh, I love it. The group lounges on the floor, counting the minutes till 4. So, who's got a weird skill? I can write with my toes. I can also eat, brush my teeth with your feet, and play heart and soul on the piano. I can make spaghetti. What can you do, Andrew? I can tape all your buns together. Everybody starts laughing. I want to see what Claire can do. I can't do anything. Everybody can do something. Okay, there's one thing I can do, but you have to swear you won't laugh. The lipstick. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Claire takes out a tube of lipstick. She puts it between her breasts and applies it from her cleavage. When she lifts her head, her lipstick is perfect. Everyone applauds. Where'd you learn to do that? Camp, 7th grade. Claire turns to you. So, what can you do? Something funny. Okay, this is really weird, but I can kind of play a kazoo. With my butt. What? Nice. So what can you play? You name it. I can pretty much play anything by ear. Don't you mean by butt? Everyone laughs. I got just one question. Where do we find a kazoo? Hey guys, I was just thinking, what's gonna happen on Monday? What's gonna happen on Monday? What do you mean? I mean, when we're all together again, I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I? No. So on Monday, what happens? Are we still friends, you mean? Yeah. There's an awkward silence. Be optimistic. I was always optimistic. Whenever I watched the movie, I'm like, yes, they were all friends. After today, how could we not be friends? Do you really think we could go back to the way it was? Yes. Well, I don't. That's real nice, Claire. Be honest, Andrew. If Brian came walking up to you in the hall on Monday, what would you do? I know exactly what you'd do. You'd say hi, and when he left, you'd cut him up so your friends wouldn't think you really liked him. No way. What if I came up to you, Claire? Same exact thing. You are a bitch. Why? Because I'm telling the truth? No, because you know how shitty that is to do to someone. I just want to tell each of you that I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't and I will not. Your friends wouldn't mind because they look up to us. Stick up for Brian. That was easy. You're so conceited, Claire. Why are you so full of yourself? I'm not saying that to be conceited. I hate having to go along with everything my friends say. Then why do you do it? I don't know. Everyone looks worn out from the day as the clock ticks down toward 4 o'clock. Brian, are you going to write your paper? Yeah, why? Well, it's kind of a waste for all of us to write our paper, don't you think? Oh, but that's what Vernon wants us to do. True, but I think we all kind of say the same thing. You just want to write your paper, right? You offer Brian a mischievous smile. We trust you. Brian glances at the rest of the group who give nods of approval. Brian smiles with pride. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Brian. You notice Claire staring at you, like she's sizing you up. Claire, what are you doing? Looks like Claire is in a makeover. What? Am I gonna get the makeover? And what? Instead of Allison? I can work wonders with anybody's look. Obviously, I do my own styling, and I came up with Andrew's new hairstyle. What the heck did it look like before? Shut up. I think it looks great. Thanks. Ooh, we know what's happening there. Claire keeps her focus on you. You've got a solid foundation, but I have some great ideas. How to make you look even hotter than you already are. What do you say, Bailey? Do you want to upgrade your look? Yes, we want to upgrade our look. Okay, we need 4. Upgrade your look. Is it going to let me watch? Okay, it's going to let me watch videos. So, pause. I'm going to see how many videos I can watch. If I can get to 4, then I won't have to buy a pack. Okay, so it only let me watch 1 video, and I had watched 2 videos before it started. So that's 3. I don't know if you can only watch 3 at a time. So, anyways, I want to upgrade my look, so let's do it. Story branch, you've made an impactful choice. Let's do it. Fun. I wonder, hopefully, and you're coming too. Me? Yes. Claire grabs Allison's arm, and the 3 of you head off to the restroom. Hopefully I get to do something. If not, I'm going to be like, what a bad choice. Claire expertly applies eye makeup to Allison. Don't be afraid. Don't stick that in my eye. I'm not sticking it. Just go like this. Claire closes her eyes. Allison does the same. Good. Claire continues with the makeover. Compliment Allison. You look great either way, Allison, but this new style is wow. Oh, thanks, Bailey. That's sweet. I still kind of like my old style better, but Andrew doesn't. Andrew, what's that got to do with anything? Don't play dumb. I've seen the way you've been looking at him all day. Well, what about you, Claire? You can practically cut the sexual tension between you and Bender with a knife. What are you talking about? You know exactly what she's talking about. Claire's face turns bright red. Please, I can't stand him. Do you think he likes me? You and Allison exchange a knowing glance. Whatever. Claire shifts her attention to you. Okay, Bailey, it's your turn. The secret is not to go overboard. Less is more. Claire works her magic over you. Where did you get these awesome outfits? I found out where the drama department keeps their extra costumes. What? What? This is too much. After changing clothes, you show off your new look. Bailey, you look amazing. This could be my most successful makeover ever. Let's go see what everyone else thinks. That dress is too much, y'all. What? What? Brian hunches over his papers, still working away on the essay, as Bender and Andrew while away the remaining minutes of detention. Feeling great about yourself, you make a grand entrance and unveil your new look to the rest of the group. All of the guys' jaws drop. You look amazing. Seriously, so good. I'm not really in the compliment business, but I gotta say, you look smoking. Thanks, guys. It was all Claire. Well, an artist can't work her magic without a great subject. Just then, Allison makes her entrance back from the room. Across the room, Andrew looks stunned. It's still Allison, but she's no longer the dark, moody, closed-off girl. She seems lighter, more open. As she walks past Brian, their eyes connect. The look of shock on his face elicits a glare from her. Brian changes its expression to a big grin, letting her know the makeover is a success. She smiles and silently mouths the words, "Thank you." What happened to you? Why, Claire did it. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. It's just so different. I can see your face. Is that good or bad? Andrew laughs. It's good. Allison smiles as their hands brush together. Over at the table, Brian taps his pencil, thinking. How's it going? Almost done. There's just one more thing. I came up with a description for each of us. Kind of like the way Vernon sees us, without really seeing us. There's the brain. That's me. Andrew is the athlete. Allison's the basket case. Claire is the princess, and Bender's the criminal. The only one I have left is you. Thought I'd let you decide what you wanted to be called. I don't want to be the hero. That's like too conceited. The comedian? I want to be the rebel. Yes. The rebel. How about the rebel? I refuse to be defined by society's standards. Brian nods approvingly and goes back to work. Yo, Bailey, better get back to that classroom. Vernon's going to be coming for you soon. Thanks again, Bailey. You really saved us. We owe you one. Yeah. Guess I'll see you guys on Monday. Need a boost? Huh? Back into the vent? Oh, right. Yeah, thanks. You and Bender head up the second floor. You take one last glance around the library. This is a pretty good day. Weird, right? Bender helps you onto the bookshelf. From there, you pull yourself back into the ceiling vent. Like that weird, right? Reminds me of the Power Rangers, the new movie. And then you remember Billy and Jason. They're like, I know, weird, right? Oh, okay, sorry. 4:07. You sneak back into the empty classroom and wait for Vernon. At exactly 4:07 p.m., he enters. Is that what you were wearing earlier? Yeah? Why? Vernon looks a little confused, but he shakes it off. All right, Bailey, you're free to go. Your buddy Brian wrote an essay for you. I hope you learned something today. Actually, I learned a lot. Really? And what exactly did you learn? We're all the same. You can't label people. I learned that labels are for clothes, not people. You get up and walk past Vernon out of the classroom. You leave Vernon standing alone with the essay. As you head down the hall, you see the rest of the gang standing in front of the library. You guys waited for me? Of course we did. What do you think? We're animals? Technically, we are animals. Nerd. Hey, don't call him that. Thanks. He's a dork, not a nerd. Bender smirks at Brian playfully. All right, let's get out of here. I gotta grab my stuff. I'll see you guys later. You step into the library as the rest of the crew heads outside. You start packing up your stuff when the sound of footsteps causes you to look up. Except it's not Vernon. It's Brian. Oh, hey, you're still here? I'll be ready to go in a couple minutes. Don't worry, take your time. I just stopped by to say that I had a really good time talking to you today. He shuffles his feet awkwardly, and hopefully we get to see more of each other. Oh, are we going to be with Brian instead of Bender? What is happening here? If you're lucky. You'll see me if you're lucky. Brian face falls. Oh, Brian, I'm kidding. His smile returns. Of course, I knew that. So, we'll talk more, right? If you're lucky. He takes out a piece of paper and a pen. If you want to talk, here's my phone number. Just don't call too late. My mom puts the other kids down around 7. He writes his number on the paper and hands it to you. Guess I'll give you my number as well. You jot down your own number and hand it over. Brian looks at the phone number and tucks it into his wallet. Thank you. You know what? When you think about it, he's probably the better choice. Future-wise. I don't know what's happening, guys. Oh. Now I'm with Brian. I thought I was going to be with Bender. Okay. Let's keep going. He heads for the door. Are you going to Stubby's party tonight? I hadn't thought about it. Well, if you are, I might go. I don't normally go, but I've heard his parties are usually pretty happening. Maybe I'll see you there? He steps out of the library, leaving you to finish grabbing your belongings. As you walk down the steps in front of the school, you catch sight of Claire and Bender sharing a kiss. And then you turn and see Andrew and Allison kissing too. As you stand in the parking lot waiting for your grandfather to pick you up, you reflect on the day. Well, that was definitely not what I expected. I wonder if Stubby's party is as crazy as they say. Only one way to find out. Are we going to the party? I don't know. But this is the best part. Yes, dear Mr. Vernon, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Saturday in detention for whatever it was we did wrong. But we think you're crazy to make us write an essay telling you who we think we are. You see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain and an athlete, a basket case, a princess, a criminal, and a rebel. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club. Yes! I love it. Vernon stands alone in the library. He finishes reading the essay and then crumbles it into a ball. Who the hell do they think they are? Bunch of little punks. We'll see how clever they are. I think they are come Monday. Open book. You wear your heart on your... I'm always an open book. And look at this dress. This was too much, y'all. I'm embarrassed. We spent our gems on that. All right, you chose to stick up for Brian. You survived detention. You're now a member of the Breakfast Club. You were optimistic about being friends on Monday. You chose to let Claire give you a makeover. You survived detention, and I was optimistic. You survived detention, we're optimistic. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. And blah. Not bad. What do you guys think? I got a gem. Yes, I don't want to rate it right now. I'm loving it. I cannot wait, guys. So we are done with detention. Episode 4, The Breakfast Club faces its first test at a raging high school party. Your new friendships are still fragile, but it's possible you may snag a love connection. The romance is about to start, guys. I love this so much. I am enjoying this so much. You guys don't even understand. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. If you have not seen The Breakfast Club, you need to watch this because watch the movie so then you understand the game even more. But yep, I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will probably be tomorrow. Bye, y'all.